Hey fellow NIO investors, what's happening in the markets yesterday with NIO? Well, we had some news about Tencent increasing their stake in NIO, but still the share price was falling big time. So in this video, I'm going to talk first a bit about Tencent and what it means for your NIO investment. And second of all, watch my video till the very end if you want to know my thoughts about what has happened on Friday last week and also yesterday with the share price and possibly in the future. So stay tuned for that. And as always, please give this video a quick like. This really helps to promote the channel. And if you are a new subscriber, thank you. Welcome to all new subscribers. And also for our Patreon supporters, thank you guys for supporting us and helping to build this channel. So Tencent, the internet giant behind the super app WeChat, has been owning NIO shares for quite some while. I did some videos on the Tencent ownership during the time NIO faced financial struggles because I monitored closely which moves Tencent was going to make. So before the funding came in, this helped me really to make a better guess whether NIO would survive or not. It was great to see that Tencent increased their stake in NIO during those times and also added convertible bond as a bridge finance. Generally, I'm a big fan of Tencent and what they are doing. Basically, they are not only the maker of WeChat, but it is one super innovation fund. If you are looking to invest in tech and innovation in China, well, Tencent could be a good start and, well, just go and invest in Tencent because it's really a safe bet somehow. I've been buying my first Tencent shares in 2013 and never sold since. It's really mind-boggling to think, but if you had invested $1,000 in Tencent in 2009, you would now be sitting at a 4,500% gain and turning it into $44,000. Now, why does it matter for NIO and your investment in NIO? Well, let's see it like that. Most things that Tencent touches are hugely successful. The track record of Tencent is really outstanding, so they invested in more than 800 companies, of which 160 have become unicorns, so worth more than $1 billion, and 70 of those companies have actually become listed companies. One of those companies obviously is NIO, and Tencent and NIO have a really good relationship. So NIO's CEO and co-founder Li Bin, he founded the auto platform BitAuto with Tencent as a shareholder. Later they took the company private and Li Bin, he sold all his stakes. So it's not a surprise that with the personal connection with the proven execution and exit by Li Bin as a founder, Li manages to raise more and more capital from Tencent and Tencent is willing to do deals with him. I will come back to the role of BitAuto and NIO in another video later. So as disclosed by yesterday's 13F filing, Tencent is holding 34% roughly of NIO through their holdings and through their daughter companies. So what could be Tencent's goal with NIO here? So the founder of Tencent, Pony Ma Huatong, is often considered like the corporate China's biggest strategic thinker. And he, together with the senior management of US-trained former investment bankers, is making all of those investments. And it's interesting to see that they are not making those investments in order to acquire and control the companies that they're investing in. Instead, they may help those businesses to strive within their own big ecosystem. So Tencent is usually looking for vertical integration in other business segments, and it's usually looking to dominate distribution that allows them to promote their own labels, products, and services. Also, it's interesting to see that Tencent is a company in transition, so they want to pivot away just from running WeChat and publishing games. They want to focus more on cloud services, on IoT, so bridging hardware and software, and also going into B2B businesses, and that's big on Tencent's agenda. So Tencent is now also investing in mobility, for instance, Chinese Uber, Didi, Chuxing, and Tencent also holds 6% of Tesla. So with NIO, Tencent could actually dive further into the area of autonomous driving, connecting their investment in Didi and their backend services like the cloud infrastructure or backend services like Maps. And furthermore, when the car becomes an entertainment element, Tencent will be happy to offer streaming services such as video and audio formats to NIO and Tesla high net worth individuals and customers. So speaking of that and repeating myself here always, like NIO is a lifestyle mobility brand first and foremost. NIO Life is what will be catering to the needs of those customers and their mobility services, and Tencent is just the enabler of such a premium lifestyle. you will see that all of those things will be coming together in a couple of years. In my opinion, this is just another reason to stay in for the long game. So it's my belief that if you hold on the long term on Tesla and NIO, you will see the smart vision of the Tencent investors unfold in the long-term future. Now let's have a look at what has happened on Friday and yesterday in the markets with NIO and also with Tesla, frankly. First, at market open, both NIO and Tesla spiked up by almost 10% and then NIO closed down with big time minus 8%. So what I think happened is this. On Friday, we didn't see a large spike in NIO shares despite the positive news of the bank. Actually, I think the information was already out there before that, so quite a bit of it has been absorbed before. And then on Fridays, usually the funds are not so aggressive because with the Roni situation over the weekend, you may get new cases spiking and so on. So usually on Fridays, we either see a sell-off or just a pretty constant trading day. So on Monday, these sellers came back as buyers and loaded up on NIO again when the market opened. This also reflected the good news that we had on Friday with the new bank loan, and so we saw a massive spike in the beginning of the trading. What happened then was a pure market play. The S&P 500 hit a resistance and it got rejected at recent all-time highs, causing a sell-off. This got even more triggered with the news that California is closing some of their indoor businesses and activities. We saw the same effect happening for Tesla shares, which was up 15% in the beginning and then really got crushed before the close. And also intraday we saw some quite interesting movements, like bouncing off, like really volatile in these kind of environments. So right now we are sitting back at another support level, and it depends on the overall market where we are moving from here. If the Roni fear takes over, we may even break the support level and NIO and Tesla will lose out even more. But all of this news has nothing to do with fundamental data of Tesla and NIO. Was there anything that has changed for Tesla or NIO with the company during the weekend? Well, my investment agenda with those two companies hasn't changed over the weekend. So I'm not going to become a day trader and trying to time those markets and trade those movements up or down. Instead, I'm just holding onto my investments here and watch and see if there has been anything fundamentally changed to the companies and also the reasons why I have invested. Also on the latest big crash, I haven't sold any of my Tesla shares because I think it's ludicrous to say I can time the market and I can buy back my shares at a cheaper level. Instead, what I did is I added to my position and increasing the position, and then I profited when things went back up again. So with that in mind, stay strong, don't get shaken out as a weekend. Tesla and NIO are both pretty volatile companies, so it's going up and down. Instead, take a long-term perspective and stay cool. If you're new to NIO and Tesla, then you need to be aware that those companies have gotten already a very rich valuation. So don't go all in, don't risk all of your money, don't risk any money that you cannot afford to lose. Other than that, let's stay tuned for new content, reading news that matter and that possibly have a fundamental impact on the company. I will be covering here on my channel, so please once again subscribe, hit the like button and support us with our channel. Thank you guys for watching and see you in the next video.